Welcome to Biology My Passion. I am Soumya Harikrishna. Now we are doing Class 10 revision series, multiple choice questions from previous year question papers. So this is the second part. So let's start with the questions. Chlorine gas reacts with dash to form bleaching powder. Chlorine gas reacts with a dry slaked lime. Slaked lime is calcium hydroxide CaOH twice to form bleaching powder. So option A is correct answer. Chemical reaction between manganese oxide and HCl is an example of. So you know that manganese oxide, when reacts with the hydrochloric acid, manganese chloride and water and chlorine. So here we know that manganese oxide is turning into manganese chloride. So here it is losing oxygen. So it is a reduction reaction. So manganese oxide is reduced to manganese chloride. Whereas what is happening to hydrochloric acid? So hydrogen is removed from this to become chlorine. So removal of hydrogen is called oxidation, because we know oxidation is either addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. So here removal of hydrogen, so oxidation. In this reaction both reduction and oxidation happening, so we can call it as a redox reaction. So option C is the correct answer. The ability of metals to be drawn into thin wires is known as, so if they are drawn into thin wires, this property is called a ductility. And malleability is the property of making it into thin sheets. Sonorosity is the ability to make ringing sound. Conductivity is the ability to conduct heat and electricity. So metals, if they can be pulled into thin wires, that is due to ductility, and the most ductile metal is gold. Buckminster fullerene is an allotropic form of, we are learning only one element with the allotropes, that is carbon. It has got three allotropes. One is diamond. Another allotrope of carbon is a graphite, and the third one is Buckminster fullerene. There is one more important point to remember is how many carbon atoms are there in Buckminster fullerene. It is 60 carbon atoms. The composition of aqua regia. Aqua regia is a solution which can dissolve metal like a gold. So here concentrated hydrochloric acid and concentrated nitric acid in the ratio 3:1. Both are in the concentrated form. Electrolysis of water is a decomposition reaction. The mole ratio of hydrogen and oxygen gases liberated during electrolysis of water, we know that 2 parts of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen here. So 2:1 is the ratio here. So option B. Which of the following is not a role of decomposers in the ecosystem? We know decomposers replenishes the natural fertility of the soil, or they help in the nutrient cycling, and also decomposition of waste is done through decomposers and breakdown of dead remains. So the enrichment of oxygen in atmosphere is not a part of decomposition because there is no oxygen released during this process. The movement of sunflower in accordance with the path of sun is due to, phototropism. The response of plants towards light or away from light is phototropism. If it is towards the gravity, geotropism, chemical chemotropism, and water hydrotropism. But here sunflower is accordance with the path of sun means light, so phototropism. Which of the following adaptations in herbivores help in digestion of cellulose? Longer large intestine, smaller large intestine, smaller small intestine, and longer small intestine. Longer small intestine is the adaptation. Which of the following will undergo addition reactions? Addition reaction happens to an unsaturated compounds. So alkenes and alkynes are unsaturated. So here we can see the formula is CnH2n for alkane. So carbon is 1 into 2, it's double, plus 2 is this, so methane, so it is a saturated one, so it cannot undergo addition reaction. C2H6 also double plus 2, 2 into 2, 4 plus 2, so this is also an alkane. Here also an alkane, 3 into 2, 6 plus 2, but here C2H4 is just double, so that is an alkene. So this is the answer. During cellular oxidation of glucose, ATP is produced along with the formation of other products in this reaction. Which of the following events is associated with production of maximum ATP molecules per molecule of glucose during this process? Synthesis of ethanol in yeast. This process is otherwise called a fermentation. Lactic acid in muscle cells, that is lactic acid fermentation or anaerobic respiration. Carbon dioxide in yeast cell production is also anaerobic respiration, which is otherwise called a fermentation, whereas carbon dioxide in human cells happens in the mitochondria, and that is actually aerobic respiration, which yields a very high amount of energy. The other three are anaerobic respiration, which yields very less amount of energy because only partial oxidation of glucose happens. Here complete oxidation releases more amount of energy. So answer D is the correct option. This is sexually transmitted disease caused due to an infection by a virus. We know human immunodeficiency virus or HIV causes a disease called AIDS. A tree is located at infinite distance from a concave mirror of focal length f. The distance of the image from the concave mirror. You know, in case of concave mirror, if the object is at infinity, then the image is at focus. So the focal length is a f or a. Ratio of number of chromosomes in a human zygote and a human sperm is, human zygote has 46 chromosomes, whereas the sperm has only 23 chromosomes because it is diploid, receiving one set of chromosome each from both the parents, but here only one set of chromosome from father is involved. So we can say the ratio is 2:1. Depletion of ozone is mainly due to, we know that ozone depletion is caused by chlorofluorocarbon emission, CFCs we say. For a normal eye, the far point is infinity from the eye lens. You know, for normal eyes, far point is infinity and the near point is a 25 centimeter. The image is formed at the retina, which is 2.5 centimeter away from the eye lens. What is the power of the eye lens? So here we know that V is equal to the image distance is 2.5 centimeter, whereas U is the near point, that is minus 25 centimeter. So 1 by F is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. That is 1 by 2.5 minus 1 by minus 25. So we can say 1 by 2.5 plus 1 by 25. So here LCM if you take it is 25, then 11 upon 25 we get. That is therefore F is equal to 25 by 11. What is power? This is in centimeter we got, so we have to make it into 100. So 100 by F we can write, that is reciprocal of focal length. So here since it is in centimeter, we have to convert it into meter. So 100 by F. So 100 by F is 25 upon 11. So multiply by reciprocal into 11 by 25. 4 times. So answer is 44 diopter. Now move on to the assertion and reason questions. Assertion. Magnification of real image is negative, but magnification of virtual image is positive. Yes, if it is real, because image is inverted and virtual image is erect. So here it is negative because according to Cartesian sign convention, we are coming to this conclusion. Here we can say assertion and reason both are correct, and it is a correct explanation as well. Animals can react to stimuli in different ways. Yes, it is a true statement. All animals have a nervous system and an endocrine system involving hormones. Yes, we are having a coordinated system with a nervous system and an endocrine system. So this stimuli response is because of these two systems. So we can say this also. Option A is correct, that is assertion and reason are true, and it is a correct explanation. Spores are unicellular bodies. Okay, they are correct. That's a correct statement. They are unicellular. The parent body simply breaks up into smaller pieces on maturation, but that happens during fragmentation, but here it is not mentioned. So assertion is true, reason is false. So option C. Assertion, The acid must always be added to water with a constant stirring. We know it is the process of dilution. So if you simply add water to acid, it's a highly exothermic reaction and it's very dangerous. Mixing of an acid with water decreases the concentration of H plus ions per unit volume. Yes, that is true. So what is the answer here? Both are correct but not the correct explanation. Hope you understood all these questions well. If you have any doubt, please comment in the comment box, and also practice these questions well. We will meet with another question paper in the next session. Thank you for watching Biology My Passion.